Hello people and welcome to my podcast, and I'm here with...
Bob again. Jokes by BimodalMetal6.
Yeah, Nathan. Whatever you want to call him. You could call him Random Asian Hooker Guy, but that would be weird. And so we're here to talk about the latest game releases. Yay! And other stuff. So before we actually go into any game releases, there's a little thing I want to talk about in terms of Xbox Live. Nathan, would you like to introduce it?
Okay, one of the main things that is coming out for the Xbox is, well, not the titles, but like the Xbox itself, is going to be the new dashboard update, which is coming out 6th of December, if I'm not mistaken.
That's what I heard.
And a couple of things that are coming with it are internet searching, YouTube, and other stuff like Netflix if you're American, and all that stuff. But if you're American, then you suck.
I agree.
But it also has cloud storing, so then...
This is the most interesting part of it.
So, say you have a friend, and he has an Xbox and Xbox Live.
Hey, I have an Xbox and Xbox Live.
But you don't... But he has a hard drive, but you don't want to take yours over, because it's got, like, save games of his.
Lots of save games.
What do you do? Well, you would restore your gamer tag, and it would keep your profile on his Xbox. But now, because of cloud storing, it keeps your profile, and when you recover the gamer tag, it's much quicker, and it has all your files ready for you.
It's quite a tedious thing to recover it, really, isn't it?
Like, because my friend Jay comes round mine, like, every other day,
Yeah.
he'll recover his gamer tag at least, like, 10 times a week. Actually,
That's very good maths there, Nathan.
well, he comes round mine quite a bit on week. Like, he comes round mine,
Let's just say about 5 times a week.
so we'll just say, like, 5 times every 2 weeks then.
Okay.
We'll just do that for simpleness. So he has to recover it 10 times, because he recovers it 5 times around here to bring it to my Xbox, but then he's also got to recover it 5 more times for that, and it takes about 2 minutes every time. So that's 20 minutes of his life wasted recovering his own game. Simple math.
That's just ridiculous. In all honesty.
With the new one, I reckon it'll take about maybe 10, like 1 minute each time, and then you'll have all your storage ready for you.
Yeah, I think the whole cloud system is a very interesting idea. I mean, the whole cloud gaming thing seems a little bit interesting to me, but not something I'm going to invest in.
The one thing I hear about cloud gaming is the OnLive advert.
Ugh, I'm sure many of you have watched YouTube videos, and for about, I think it was last month, that was pretty much the only advert that was on.
Now, the first time I watched it all the way because I got interested, like, cloud gaming, and then after a while I was like, fuck you.
Fuck off! Basically.
Although, they made the new one with the new guy, and I missed the old one immediately because the new guy sounded like a douche.
He did, I'm not gonna lie. But, yeah, I think it's a very interesting idea of cloud gaming, but I don't think it will catch on, in all honesty. I mean, the cloud storage system's great, though. I think that will stay.
Although, one final thing about gaming, I think, about mobile gaming quickly, we didn't actually write about this in our topic list, but I've just thought of it.
Okay.
I think mobile gaming is not going to last as long as it will without the idea of Android phones and the Apple Marketplace.
Without the Android phones, there would be no phone games
I think
anymore, pretty much.
It will last for a long time, but I think it will be on your mobile phone.
Yeah, I mean, they're only at this point in time, in terms of the mobile phone industry, people aren't buying things that aren't Androids and something of that exclamation at this point.
Yeah, like,
in all honesty.
A game like Angry Birds.
Love that game.
Exactly. That is free on the Android.
And it's like 99p on the iPhone?
Isn't it 69p or something?
No, you're right, 69p.
It's a really small...
It's a great price for a nice game.
Like, and you can just get it straight off your phone. You don't have to go to any stores, you don't have to wait in any lines, you don't have to wait 10 minutes because the person in front of you is so picky about the game he's wanting to choose.
Or those motherfucking shitty people at game, like, I can't find the game.
I got Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary from game. I pre-ordered it, so I was fine.
Yeah, pre-orders always no. To be honest, I don't think download, like, you know how the Xbox offers you to download actual games.
The games on demand.
Yeah, I don't think that'll catch on.
I don't.
In all honesty, games sell a lot. It's different to music. Games sell a lot more on disc.
Yeah, I mean, I have ups and downs about the games on demand on Xbox Live. Okay, so take Halo Reach. Great game, love it. I got my copy for Halo Reach for I think £12.
That's pretty good.
On the marketplace, you can buy that game for £50.
Yeah, I know. The marketplace doesn't have any offers too. Everything's
Like,
always full price.
like now you've got games that I like Dead Rising 2 that are on there, only £20, but I buy most of my games from CEX, which is a great store. All of the games are pre-owned, but you've got really great deals.
Oh, very
Like,
good deals.
Like, that's where I got Call of Duty from. I got my Black Ops from. I think that was only £16.
I got Modern Warfare 2 from there for like £6.
Like games, and you can buy games and movies there, but
And
games
CDs
are-
actually.
I think the main upside for it is you don't have to have if you can't scratch it, it's permanently there. But
Yeah, exactly.
still-
Scratching discs is very likely. It happens.
I mean, what I've had to do, because my Halo Reach disc is scratched, I've had to install the game on my Xbox, which has taken up
A lot
I
of
think
space.
6 gig. I can't remember it exactly, but Halo Reach as a game altogether, with all the save files I've got, like the Forge maps,
Yeah.
I think altogether has taken up at least 4 or 5 gigs of my hard drive.
Yeah, so it's going to be a great system that's going to help people a lot. I think the more casual Xbox players, although Xbox is supposed to be a hardcore gaming thing, which is really not in all honesty, it has some games that are hardcore, quote unquote, but so does every console.
I think Halo. I think the Xbox is one of the consoles for everyone. I think the PS3 is one of the. Actually, I think they're all family consoles in their own way.
Yeah, in their
Because-
own right.
Okay, with the Wii is the most family-based console altogether, with the Nintendo franchises like Kirby, Mario, and Donkey Kong.
Yep.
All those are family games. So
Yeah.
if you take the Xbox, it's turned into a place where you can play video games, but it's also turned into a place that you can talk with your friends.
Which is interesting, really. But, I don't know. I never do it.
That's what I like about the change from the Xbox to the Xbox.
I prefer this little thing called Skype.
Yeah, I like Skype as well.
Skype's better. But moving swiftly on from Xbox, because we've been in here for 9 on 8 minutes now. Let's talk... Huh?
Not that bad.
Yeah, I know. But we have a lot to talk about. Let's think about it. Oh, have you got anything else to say on the matter? Because I don't really have much more to say.
What about cloud storage?
Yeah.
It's going to be awesome.
Yep, that's pretty much it. So now we're swiftly on to releases of the last month. We're going to start off with a big one for some people, but neither of us personally, I think you'd agree.
Yeah, which one was it?
MW3.
Yeah, I would say it's very good if you're a massive Call of Duty fan, but
And there's
I
a lot
would
of them
say
out
I'm
there.
not that big of a fan of it.
I'm not a big fan. I don't mind the games, but I don't think they're good games. They're fun games, but not good. There's a difference.
I think they're overhyped.
Definitely overhyped.
If I was given, say, £20 and I had to buy a Halo game or Call of Duty, I would probably pick Halo.
Halo has a little bit more you can do with it on a whole.
I think it has more replay value.
Yeah, pretty much. Whereas Call of Duty literally just has what it hands you.
Because you've got campaign, and you've got multiplayer, and then you've got
Call of
zombies.
Duty does have campaign, but it's a bit shit every time.
I mean,
honestly.
I've played through, I think, half of the campaign on Black Ops, mainly for achievements, and I didn't like it that much. I thought, the motorbike ride on one of the levels was pretty fun.
Yeah, but it's nothing special really, in all honesty.
Whereas, in Halo, you've got the campaign, we're doing Black Ops and Halo Reach, because these are ones that I've played.
Yeah, these are two bigger ones.
And, okay, you've got the campaign, you've got matchmaking, you've got firefight, you've got custom games, and you've got Forge. That's 5 different things you can do. And then Forge, you can make things, then you can
On
play.
Forge, you could play. I could play Forge for hours on end.
Like I've played, like my friend Jay came over my house and he slept over, and I think we were on Forge from about 4 till maybe 10 or 11 making maps.
Forge is so much fun.
And then you've got custom games where you can make your own game type. Like I've made 2 of my own game types for Slayer.
Sweet. Oh, I made a Forge map with a friend of mine, and it was like a assault course type thing. It had some very. A lot of the point of it was to gain some momentum from just flying off places. It was pretty fun.
Yeah. I love how we've gone from Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 to Halo 4.
Yeah, let's go back to Modern Warfare 3 real quick. So, this game adds nothing.
Survival mode. Which
Survival mode? Yeah.
Survival mode is just zombies with guns.
And that's not cool. You know, people are like, zombies got boring, so zombies with guns won't? No, it will, because zombies with guns is cool, and zombies without guns is cool. It's zombies.
The zombies, exactly.
It's just over-glorified combat training.
I mean, I like I love zombies. It's my favorite part of Call of Duty, and I think my favorite part of zombies was the fact that you had you had a space, but you had to unlock it. You start off, like, we'll take Kino de Toten, the first room in like the main map of Black Ops. You start off in that main room. You have the shotgun, which is the Olympia, and you have the M14, which is the bolt action gun, I believe.
Yeah, it is.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
That's right.
But you start off with those 2 guns, and then you have 2 choices. You can either take the top route, which leads you towards... You've got the top route, which is the easier route, and you've got the bottom route, which is the harder route. And they both, eventually, you can take 3 doors, and by the time you've gone through all 3 doors, you'll get to the other side. So basically it has a fairly equal loop, and then you've got the power, and that unlocks the middle. And then you've unlocked the whole map. So far, that is 8 rooms.
Yeah.
So you've got the main room, you've got the one on the top that you unlock, which is 2, one you unlock at the bottom, which is 3, you've got the alleyway, which is 4, you've got the main room, which is 5, not the main room, the room after the top one. Then you've got the dressing room, which is 6, you've got the room with the second meteor piece, which is 7, you've got the theatre room, which is 8, and you've got the power room, which is 8, and the theatre room, which is 9.
And although 9 doesn't seem like a lot, it is a lot in terms of zombies.
It is a big map.
It's
an average size map. It's not as big as, like, say 5 or Moon.
I haven't played Moon, actually. Is it any good?
I haven't either. I've heard some great things about Moon, but I know
Call of the Dead was great fun.
Call of the Dead, I've heard some great things about it. Yeah.
That's one I do recommend you play somehow.
You're not a big fan of Call of Duty.
No, but I do really recommend that Call of the Dead because I played it a lot.
But yeah, I think my main point was the fact that you've I played the survival mode of Modern Warfare 3, and it wasn't that I didn't enjoy it as much as I do zombies, because you start off with your pistol, and the enemies you have drop guns. They have a very small amount of ammo, and then eventually after the end of a round, you can, if you have enough money, you can buy a new gun.
Alright.
But then, like, you get actual money. Like, you in Call of Duty, in Zombies, you had the credits sort of that you use to buy guns off the wall, and then you also had the ability to pack a punch guns. You had the mystery box, and you also had the meteor pieces in Kino de Totem, which unlocked the Song 115. And you don't have that in Survival. And also the fact that you also have DLCs, which you probably won't end up having for Modern Warfare 3.
Yeah.
So
it doesn't look too... Modern Warfare 3 doesn't add enough for it to be worth a buy, in my opinion. If you're a big Call of Duty fan, then of course, and if you haven't played a Call of Duty game before, honestly, look back. That's my opinion.
If you haven't played a Call of Duty game and you want to, I'd recommend starting off with World at War.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Although it's a hard game.
It is. It's a little bit more... it's dated back to World War II, so the guns aren't as modern as Modern Warfare's. But it's great fun, and it has zombies, so... I played a lot of time on that original Zombies map, not gonna lie.
what, not the Untoten, I think it is.
Something like that. That was great fun.
Yeah.
Any more to say on Modern Warfare 3?
If you want Modern Warfare, the same experience Modern Warfare 3, and get it for a lower price, just buy Modern Warfare 2 and Call of Duty Black Ops.
Yep. You could buy both of them for a lower price together.
You can buy those for about, altogether, £22, and the retail value for about Modern Warfare 3 is
40 something?
35.
Oh, okay, 35.
35.
Fair enough. Okay, so let's move on to a big Western RPG that's coming out. Came out, in fact. Skyrim. Do you know anything about this game, Nathan?
I know a bit. I know it's one of the Elder Scrolls series. It's the 5th one in the series, but I'm pushed away from it from one massive
What?
length of the game.
Oh, yeah, that's the big reason I'm not going to buy it. Because the game's too long. It's too long. You can tell me it's not, but it is.
I like a long game, like, say, L.A. Noire.
That was quite long.
Like, that's a long game, but if you can have a good 20 quality hours of a game, fair enough. But I do not want to spend 200 hours put into a game.
I'm not gonna lie, the most I'll play without exceptions is 50 hours. With some exceptions.
I think I will go over 30 for the main story. If it's for side quests, then I'll put in more time.
The few games that I did go over is Tales Symphonia, mainly Tales Symphonia and Persona 3. They were big games, or just general Tales of games. But I like a decent length RPG, not too long.
Yeah.
And Western RPGs think it's good to have ridiculously long games, but it's not.
I think, well, it's Little Brother, Oblivion, I heard some great things about as well.
And its cousin twice removed, Morrowind, which is the third one. I've heard some great things about that too. If any of them I want to pick up, it'll probably be Morrowind.
Well, I've also heard some great things about Skyrim, and it's also got some great Easter eggs, like it's got the notch pickaxe. It's got I believe it's got like an Easter egg to Star Wars Episode 5.
Really?
Yeah.
That's quite cool. Yeah, but it looks like a good game, but too long for me.
Yeah.
Because I'm not that into Western RPGs. I like them, but I'd rather play a good old JRPG. You know, I think customization has gone too far.
Yeah.
They need to just stop now. I mean, there's customization, and it's just ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
I mean, you know what I mean? The customization on there is just so insane that you just wonder why it's still there.
Exactly.
I mean, it's like, it customized to a point where you're just some guy. And that's the big thing about JRPGs. Sure, you had to play a certain character, but you cared about this character. In all honesty, as much as you like the Fallout, as you may or may not have liked the Fallout games, you didn't care for your character.
Could have died in a fire.
You could tell me you did, but you didn't. It was just some guy that you made.
I think the most care I don't think you can really put that much care into a character.
You can in JRPGs. Mother 3 proves my point.
Exactly. Yeah, I see your point now.
But in Western RPGs, there's nothing. Ugh. Your characters, you make them yourself. They're you. You don't care.
You care about yourself, the real you.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I don't like Western RPGs compared to JRPGs. And you can tell me I'm wrong, but there's not a lot going for JRPG or Western RPGs in terms of that. And a lot of them are just made to be too long. Why don't they just make a nice little short Western RPG?
I think for one of those games, I think maybe 100 hours at tops.
Yeah, I reckon they should just try and make an Elder Scrolls, maybe if it's just a DLC, that's like 25 hours long.
One that, like, there are speedrunners, and I mean, I've speedrun games before.
Mario World!
Yeah. We'll just take that as an example. Well, we won't say that, we'll say like a long game. So say Portal 2.
That's fairly long, it's not that long.
I mean, you can speedrunners beat games in a day, but you can't beat that game in a day. And speedrunners are quite a majority of people nowadays.
Yeah, it's
People
ridiculous.
go through the game as fast as they can, like best times and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But really, you don't see it that often anymore because they're put away from games like that.
Exactly. But Portal 2 was a great game.
I haven't played it, but I've been very tempted to buy it.
It's definitely a good buy if you can get it cheap. It's definitely not worth... I mean, it's a great game, but it's not long enough to be worth £30.
I could have got it for 20, but there was a story like I had £40,
Yeah.
and well, I went to CX. I traded in some games like £40. I had to give half of it to my sister.
Ugh.
But
That's lame.
here's the deal: I had a choice: Just Cause 2 and Halo Reach, or Portal.
2 games are better than 1.
And I played Just Cause 2 before, and I loved it. It was a
I've never even played it. Is it any good?
It's yeah. If you like games like Grand Theft Auto.
I enjoyed the 2 Grand Theft Auto I've played.
If you like driving cars, flying, and killing people with shotguns and stuff like that, I would highly recommend it.
That's the game for you.
It's a sandbox game, sort of like. I think
Yeah.
I'll just get it out here and read off the back how big it is because it's quite a big map. It's 400 square miles, which is pretty big.
That's
and then,
big.
and then the achievements in the game are great. Like, as hostile takeover, you've got like 3 factions that you can work for, and you've got like places you can take over in like the mountains and the cities,
Yeah.
and you've got like. It's amazing. It's a real great game with a really solid storyline.
But back onto my earlier point of you can't care for a character in Western RPGs, you could come up to me and say, oh, well, let's just grab this game. Super Mario Galaxy. That's a good game. You don't care about Mario. Correct, but RPG is role-playing game. You're supposed to play the role as the character and go through his life. Or her life.
No sexism.
Yeah. The CryOP does not support sexism most of the time. But really, it's RPGs. You have to care for the characters, in my opinion. It's not the same otherwise. It's just another battle system. But yeah, I think that's anything else to say on Skyrim? I've got some final words. My final words are, if you've got a lot of time in your hands and you enjoyed like Morrowind or Oblivion, then you should pick this game up. But if you're more of a JRPG person like me, then just look somewhere else, I guess. Okay, so next we're moving on to Saints Row the Third. This is the third of a rip-off of a GTA series. I mean, original series.
Wait.
Nudge, 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 copy GTA. But it's a good game. When I first saw it, my friend's like, oh, come on, play it. I'm like, no. I'm not interested in it. And he was like, oh, come on, you can do this. And I was like, fine. Convinced me to play it. And I enjoyed the second one. But I think they've gone too far now.
I have not played any of the Saints Row games, although I remember hearing a weird story about like there's really weird weapons like a dildo bat.
Yes, there's a dildo. Ha ha ha. I don't really have too much to say on it, but I think the over-exaggeration of the games is a bit boring.
Well, if it's like GTA, I think I would rather like because
I'd much rather play GTA.
Officially released.
Yeah.
Because GTA 5 has been like officially released, I think people are more hyped on that. And if it is a GTA rip-off, quote unquote,
It is, just with more exaggeration in it. That's all it is.
and then I'd rather wait for GTA 5 or I just play Just 2.
That's simply... There's very little I had to say on Saints Row the Third. So now moving on to a game that you want to talk about, Metal Gear Solid.
Oh yes, I remember back when I was maybe 5 or 6, maybe even younger. I grew up with the PlayStation. I had the PS1 when I was about I remember it was like my fourth Christmas.
Hmm.
Being a young kid, everybody loves Christmas, and I still love it now, ish.
Sort of, not really, maybe.
Not the best holiday,
No.
but I still like Christmas. It's a good time. It gets me off school.
Yeah.
But anyway, I remember my fourth Christmas, I got a PS1, and
Yay.
well, Metal Gear Solid wasn't one of the games I got. I remember I got like I can't remember the series. It was like Rubik's or something like that.
Oh, I remember that show. That was a pile of crap.
It was like with those robots,
Yeah.
like the red one and the yellow one. I can't remember it.
No, I
Those
do
were,
remember the
like,
show.
tips.
The catcher was like robots for everyone or something shit like that.
I can't remember it, but I remember I used to love that racing game, like some other games
Yeah.
as well. And then I got Rayman, but then I got this demo, PS1 demo, off my friend. Well, I sort of stole it, / sort of borrowed it, and it had Metal Gear Solid. And I remember I used to play, I played it like for about an hour, and I loved it. And then I couldn't get past a certain point. About 2 years later, I played it again, and then I got a little bit further. And then, back when I had a PS2, maybe I was about 8 or 9, maybe even 10, I popped the demo in, and I remember I beat it, and I fell in love with Metal Gear Solid. I love the whole series. I love the idea of the stealth and all that, but they've remade all the original. They made the one for the NES and all the others now on the Xbox, and I'm going to enjoy playing it when I get it.
I really enjoyed the ones I've played. I've played Metal Gear Solid 3 and 2 and some of 4. They were all really great fun games.
Although the only Metal Gear Solid game I didn't have fun playing was the one on the PSP.
Oh.
I didn't like that at all.
I can't remember the name of it, but yeah, I don't know. I never looked into that one, personally.
I was in Newcastle because one of my uncles was there,
Ew.
and he has a PSP, and Metal Gear Solid was one of the games, and I played it. I didn't like it.
Yeah, I didn't hear much of anything about that one. I wonder when Uprising is coming out. What is this new Metal Gear Solid game called?
The Metal Gear Solid HD Collection.
What comes in it?
I believe it's all the Metal Gear Solid games, like NES 1, Metal Gear Solid 2, 3, and 4.
That's pretty good. How much? Like 40?
I think it's about average retail price, £30 to £40.
Yeah, that's not bad. So yeah, if anyone likes Metal Gear Solid, that's definitely a place to go. Now we're going to talk about another, quite a big release in terms of a lot of people play this game. Nathan included. I would play it, but my computer's a pile of shit. Nathan, I think you know what I'm talking about.
I'm guessing you're talking about Minecraft.
Yep, Minecraft 1.0. So, so go ahead.
Because Gloom practically knows nothing about Minecraft, I'm here to sort of help him, I suppose.
Yeah.
Well, the official release for Minecraft came out about a week ago at Minecon.
I believe it was a week ago.
It was a couple of days ago. It was, I think, the 18th. Remember it being a school day.
Yeah, anyway, carry on.
But Minecraft was officially released, and with that, it had basically, like, it included some new modes, the sounds were different, and I don't believe there's going to be any more future updates for the game. But I have
For
one
real? Wow.
problem with the game. Yeah, I don't think not just updating it anymore.
That's
It's going to be focusing on the Xbox version and the Xperia Play version.
Xperia Play, that's a pile of bullshit.
But
Carry
I
on,
have
anyway.
a small complaint.
Go on.
Anybody that's played Minecraft back, like, before the official release, like 1.8, 1.7...
I played Minecraft before it was cool. Go on.
But, you know when you used to jump off a higher place, you just go, and you'd lose some hearts, but now, you don't make that sound. You hear the sounds of bones cracking, which is fair enough, I suppose. But, to me, and I'm sure it'll be to some other people, it just doesn't sound like the kind of noise. I like my games to be realistic, but not so realistic that...
Minecraft isn't a realistic game.
I know, because I don't remember at night, zombies, skeletons, spiders, and
And
skeletons on
giant
spiders
green
exploding.
penises that explode.
Yeah, and then long black things that move shit.
Yeah, and these big, long, tall black guys with creepy eyes that if you see them off the other side of the world, they just appear.
If you look directly at them.
What's this about the Ender Dragon? I don't know much about it. Is it like it's like the final boss, quote unquote?
Yes, it is apparent. Yeah, it is the final boss.
How do
And
you
if
fight him?
I don't know. I haven't really played much of Minecraft, but I believe you fight him by going into the Nether or something like that, and then you get a ton of experience, and then you've got actually a credit sequence. So
Yeah,
now Minecraft is an official game, not in the way that it's been officially released, but the fact that it actually has an end, so it can be called a proper game now.
you still can't LP it.
I guess you
No,
can't.
no, you can't.
Right?
You can't. You can, but you shouldn't ever.
It shouldn't be.
I'm not saying it's a bad game, but don't LP it. And if you LP it, you suck, all of you.
I wouldn't say you could LP it, but I could
You
say
could do
you
videos
could do a
on it.
YouTube series on it.
Yeah, like Minecraft Adventures or something. Doing like
you could
challenges.
do- Not Minecraft challenge. Like you can just do like say if it was me, you, and some other people in a Minecraft server, and we record it, we could put it up as like a series.
Oh yeah, yeah. But really, and it's way boring. I've watched some when they're on their own, and it's boring as shit. To watch,
I mean,
to watch.
I don't mind single player, but
I don't mind single player playing it, but I don't want to watch it.
yeah,
I'll just play it myself.
I think the only fun I've had watching single player Minecraft was Seen Anna's.
Who's that?
He's this famous guy who works for Machinima Respawn, and he's most known for Call of Duty, but he did some Minecraft, and it was pretty good.
Yeah, that's cool. But yeah, any more to say on the new Actually, I find it kind of weird how it has an end. But I see why Notch did it. He had to thank some people, correct?
Yes.
So, yeah, you can complain about having an end, but just open your game up again and carry on. Stop crying. No, it's okay. It's okay.
Make a house.
It's just a game. It's just a no. Stop crying. Stop it. No, bad. Anyway,
One final thing. Can't wait until the release on Xbox Live.
that will be an interesting thing to do. That will be an interesting thing to play. Is it coming out on Xbox Live? Is it coming out on the PlayStation Network?
No,
Oh, really?
Xbox only.
How come?
Because Xbox is better than PS3.
He put it on Xperia Play, for fuck's sake.
I have an Xperia phone, just don't have an Xperia Play.
Xperia, the biggest... Aren't Xperia owned by Sony?
It's a Sony Ericsson phone.
Which is owned... fuck it. I don't really... You could say Xbox is better than PS3, but we're not getting into the argument. They're both good. For different people. Don't you agree?
Yes.
So now let's talk about a 3DS release. This is the first one we've talked about so far. And this game looks like a lot of fun. Nathan, do you know what I'm talking about?
Maybe.
Super Mario Land 3D or Super 3D? Super Mario 3D Land.
Or Super Mario... No. 3D Mario Superland.
And oh my god, Peter or Peter... How would you pronounce it? Peter, I don't know. Peoples for Ethnical Treatment of Animals. Stupid. We've had this discussion. Yes, they made a game saying that Mario's unethical. They only did it because it pissed you all off. It worked. End of discussion.
Mario's amazing.
Yeah. This game is obviously going to be as good as any other Mario game. I don't have much to say about it because it's just another Mario game. I don't mean that in a bad way.
The one thing about Nintendo, and I've said this to Gloom,
Yep, you have.
that Nintendo, every 5 years, will make a console that changes, but they will make about the same 5 games every 5 years. They will be good.
Yeah, always. They're always good. Nintendo haven't made a bad game.
I don't think Nintendo has made a bad game, but I can say that as a bad Mario game. But I don't
Go on.
really count it as a proper Mario game.
Which one?
CDI.
That wasn't made by Nintendo, though.
Yeah, but technically it is a Mario game, but it did suck, so yeah. We
Yeah.
just won't include it in the mix. I'd say that every Mario game is good for its own reasons.
even I like Mario Party 8. People complained about them, but I like them.
I like the Mario Party series, but I don't like Mario Party 8. I think my favourite could possibly be 7.
My favorite was 3.
I liked 3. I thought 3 was good.
I just thought that was a lot of fun. But I haven't played 3 for a long time.
Ah, the good old days.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, Mario 3D Land is gonna be good. It's kind of like Galaxy, but also like a New Super Mario Bros. DS at the same time, or Wii, whatever.
I think it's if New Super Mario Bros. DS, well, New Super Mario Bros. On the DS, Super Mario Bros. 3, and Super Mario Galaxy had a threesome, and they somehow had a baby.
This is what it would be. Although, I don't like the lack of suits in the game.
Although, I'm a big fan of the Mario franchise. I think, although my favourite game so far, Gloom knows what it is.
Oh, yeah, Mario World.
Yeah, Mario World is possibly my favourite, so I don't think this can compete with how awesome that game is.
Yeah, but Mario World was always going to be a classic.
But I'm very excited to play that game.
Yeah. I think it'll be a lot of fun, as always. I heard it gets even better after you've beaten the game once.
Well, apparently there's also going to be, like, co-op play.
Oh, I didn't know that. That could be interesting. But yeah, it looks like a lot of fun. Although, you know how many times I'm going to be there, make a jump, and then, like, shake the 3DS because I think I'm playing Galaxy.
Why aren't you spinning, damn it?
You know how many times I've done that on, Galaxy? You know at the very beginning of Super Mario Galaxy?
Yeah.
Where you don't have the spin?
Yeah.
I always try and use it. It's quite ridiculous.
Why aren't you spinning, damn it?
The spin was a really good thing. It was my favourite part of Galaxy.
Would you say it was the best part of the whole game?
It was the best added system. I mean, you can say it's only something little, but it was great. Don't you think?
Yeah.
The spinning made the game a lot more fun, and it made the flip switch galaxies, which were great.
I think the spin was one of the major innovations to the Mario game.
Yeah, and hopefully in the Wii U title they keep something similar.
Yeah, I'm hoping if I do get a Wii U, I'm looking really excited to New Super Mario Bros. Wii U.
Yeah. Wii U looks... I'm gonna get a Wii U.
I will probably get a Wii U. Although, the Wii U is basically an iPad with a Wii. And
But I reckon they could do some cool things with it. Like, I think Pikmin 3 will be great.
I think it'll be good, but it's not one of my major thing for the Wii U.
Yeah. Well, I think that's all I have to say on 3D Land. Anything you've got to say?
It'll probably be awesome.
It will be awesome. Now to a Kirby game. The last Kirby game we saw released on a home console was Epic Yarn. Which
was released in February.
This year?
Yeah.
Wow, I thought it was longer for some reason. But yeah, no, I do remember it being February. That was a fun game, but it wasn't a Kirby game. Literally, it wasn't a Kirby game.
It wasn't the Kirby that we all remember.
But it was, from what I've heard, it's been quite fun.
Because Kirby franchise was aimed towards people about the age of 5 or 6, maybe 7.
But
they won't remember games like Kirby's Adventure,
that was a great game.
Superstar, or games like that.
Superstar's my favourite.
Yeah, definitely mine.
Or as we call it here in the UK, Kirby's Fun Pack.
I think Superstar. Or, what was it David used to call it? David.
Oh, I remember. I can't.
Kirby Superstar.
Isn't it Superstar?
Yeah, Superstar.
Superstar, yeah. I didn't.
Superstar.
Anyway, yes, this is Kirby's Return to Dreamland, or if you're in the UK, Kirby's Adventure Wii.
Yep.
This is New Super Mario Bros. Wii with Kirby.
Yes.
That's pretty much the whole concept of it. Although, the characters could have been better.
I like the idea that you can play as both Meta Knight and King DDD, but I don't think the WaddleDee was.
To be fair, New Super Mario Bros. We had Mario, Luigi, generic Toads. So
Yeah.
it's already better there. But I don't know, WaddleDee could have been replaced with something else.
WaddleDee probably. I don't think so.
What?
You could have had a 3D Prince Fluff. That would have been cool.
That would have been quite cool, yeah, I don't know, something. I just thought WaddleDee was a bit... No one's going to use WaddleDee.
The person that used WaddleDee.
The game gives you the option to all play as Kirby, but I think that's kind of annoying.
Yeah.
I think it'd be a lot more fun with people playing as different characters. Someone has their own skills on the game.
I like the idea that King DDD can actually ride on people.
Yeah, that's kind of funny. King DDD's cool. But I think it'll be a really good game.
I think if I was to play the game, I'd probably play it through as Meta Knight.
I'd probably play it through as, I don't know, I play it in a group, so.
Yeah.
It's the kind of game that hopefully I know a friend of mine is going to buy, so I'll play it with him.
Although, I have one complaint about, like, the side scrollers on the Wii.
Go on.
They should have Wi-Fi capability so you can play them, like, on Nintendo Wi-Fi connection.
The Wii U will probably have that.
Like, I'd want to be able to play New Super Mario Bros. Wii with people over Nintendo Wi-Fi.
That'd be kind of cool for the Wii U. But yeah, Code Channel looks good. I don't think it'll be on Mario 3D Land. I don't really have much to say on it, to be honest.
All I can say was I love Kirby's Epic Yarn.
If you like Epic Yarn, this will probably be better. I'm just going to put that out there.
If you like Kirby's Epic Yarn, you will absolutely love that game.
Exactly. Now moving on to a game that's more in what I want to talk about. Final Fantasy XIII Part 2. Now, as we know, Final Fantasy games haven't been of the highest quality in recent years.
Per se.
Anyone who's played them kind of knows what I mean. I mean, 12 was abysmal,
So is 14.
and I'm not proud of it, but I played 12 all the way through. 14 I've not played because it looks so shit.
I've actually read this news story of somebody that bought 14 with some high expectation of it, and was so disappointed that he complained to Square Enix for his money back
Don't blame him, it wasn't good.
at full value.
Yeah. I almost went and bought it blindly. I was like, hey, this looks good, and almost bought it, but then thought, knowing Final Fantasy, you can't really trust it. But, Final Fantasy 13 was pretty decent. It wasn't the best, but it was good. You can tell me otherwise, but I think it was good. And, I don't think Part 2 is going to do it any good, because Final Fantasy X was a good game. Some people don't like it, but I thought it was really good. Some people thought the good Final Fantasies ended at 9, but I think the good Final Fantasies was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 13. 12 and 14 were the only ones I thought let down.
I have not played any Final Fantasy games, so I can't have an opinion.
But they're all very good. They're definitely, if you like JRPGs, then obviously they're kind of big ones that you should definitely play. I like the do you know the story behind the name, Nathan?
I believe I've heard it. I can't remember.
Well, I'll say it anyway. Basically, the original is called Final Fantasy, and people have went to me before. It's like, why is it called Final Fantasy? It's just a stupid name. There's like 20 of them. Like, simply because the first Final Fantasy, Square Enix had no money, or Square or Enix or whatever they were called at the time, and so they wanted to make one last game before they went out. And they made Final Fantasy, and that game sold so freaking well, it rebooted the company up, and let them make more games.
Well, just think, if we had no Square, then we would not have the following games: Super Mario RPG, Kingdom Hearts.
Without Super Mario RPG, we wouldn't have Paper Mario, because that was a sequel to it.
Exactly. And that wouldn't lead. So if we didn't have Super Mario RPG, I wouldn't need to have Paper Mario, and then we wouldn't have any of the Kingdom Hearts games as well.
And there's quite a lot of Kingdom Hearts games, and we wouldn't have Dissidia. We wouldn't have a lot of games. Let's just say Final Fantasy's made a big difference to the gaming industry, whether you like it or not. With no Final Fantasy, there would probably be No Elder Scrolls or Fallout games.
Because Final Fantasy was like the big hit, pretty much.
Final Fantasy 6 or 3 as it was called in the UK at the time was one of the few games that made RPGs popular with Chrono Trigger in the West.
Oh, I love
Chrono Trigger is a great game. That's a game I'd love to get around to LPing at a time. Not right now, but at some point I will LP it.
I've not played much of it, but what I did play a bit I liked.
It's a very good game. It's not one of the highest quality games out there, to be honest with you. I mean,
Didn't they put it on Xbox Live?
Huh?
Didn't they put Chrono Trigger on Xbox Live?
I don't know. They put it on the Wii, which is always fun.
I heard it was on like the Xbox, but
I'll look it up. I don't know. Maybe it was Chrono Cross, which was an abysmal sequel that I'm not intending to play any more than what I already have, to be honest. But yeah, I don't think this is gonna Final Fantasy 13 2. I don't think it's gonna be good from expectations, but it could be okay. It could be, and I mean, Square can still make good games. Not Final Fantasy. Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep proves that.
exactly.
So it's not like Square have just gone completely to shit. And yeah, and I think Last Story is going to be great fun too. The Wii title.
Is that
It's
it for Final Fantasy?
Huh?
That for Final Fantasy, I think.
Yeah, I think that's all. Now we're moving on to a game that I have nothing to say about, other than I don't like the graphics style on it. This is Rayman Origins. Go on, Nathan.
Oh, I'm hyped for that game.
Tell us what you know.
Okay, so as I said back in my childhood, I grew up with the PS1, and I've got both the original Rayman, the side-scrolling one, and which I wasn't too impressed with, but I thought was okay. But I think one of my favourite games for a long, long time, and it's still probably up there now, is Rayman 2: The Great Escape for the Nintendo 64, PS1, and PC. I owned both the PS1 and PC versions of the game, and I adored the game. I loved it. It was a lot of fun. I'd highly recommend it to a person that likes any 3D games. Well, I'd say it's a bit of an adventure game, whereas you play as a man with no arms and no legs,
Just hands and feet.
and a body and a head.
It's just boats. It's all boats and hoes in that game.
Somehow he manages to live without pumping any blood throughout his body.
Yeah, obviously. It's just logic, Nathan. Who needs
Game
blood? Pfft.
But if you like, well, for Rayman Origins, if you like side-scrollers, I'd highly recommend it. And if you like people with no arms and no legs, I'd highly recommend it.
Hey, I like sky scrolls and people with no arms and no legs.
Rayman Origins is to you.
I don't know, I don't like the graphic style of it, but that is just my opinion.
I like it because it's like a cartoony look.
I think it looks a bit too cartoony. In my opinion.
Opinions.
Yes, opinions, minions. But, anything else to say on Rayman?
I'm probably going to buy it with Christmas money.
I probably won't, but if I get a chance to play it, I probably will play it. Now I'm moving on to a game that's a little bit different to what we've done before. A little bit more of a casual game. Otherwise known as the Lego games. They've released a new Lego Harry Potter. Years 5 through 7. The worst years of the films.
No, I liked 7.
I didn't, to be honest. I liked the first 3 and the others I didn't enjoy too much.
I think my favourite was the third film.
Same. The first 3 were the best, but the third was the best of them.
I didn't like the first 2. I think the third one really set it off. And then the fifth one was pretty good as well.
But nothing happened in the 5th one. It was so long, but nothing happened.
Let's see, what
All
did
the
happen?
books were filler.
Okay, in the fifth one, let's see.
They could have made the series 5 books long.
It could have, but that would break the fact of 7 years.
But it wouldn't matter.
7 years, 7 books.
They could have done it with 5 and it still would have been good. It would have been better. The Order of the Phoenix was pointless. So little happened.
I like Order of the Phoenix. Well, let's see. Sirius Black died, so Harry has now lost all of his family.
Ugh! 1 second, that phone's ringing. Okay, we're back into it. So what were you saying?
I can't remember now.
Fuck yeah.
Oh yeah, Sirius Black died. They start off the DA,
What's the DA?
Dumbledore's army.
Oh yeah, but that was boring. That took too long.
I liked some of the scenes in that.
Some of the scenes were good, but not enough happened in like 4 hours.
I think the film. I have the film here. I'll just check it. Here we go, Order of the Phoenix.
I actually have it over there too.
Let's see how long it is. Does it say? There we go. It was 2 hours 12 minutes.
Not enough happened, honestly. There was the last scene, and then Dumbledore's army. That doesn't take 2.5 hours.
Well, I think this is where Neville started to become a bit of a badass.
He was a boss in the last film. The last film I didn't enjoy. I didn't like the last book either.
I love the last film for the fact that Neville was the true hero.
Neville was the truth. When Harry snapped the Master Wand, I just shouted in the middle of the cinema. I was like, "No! That belongs to Neville!"
Neville should totally. It should have been Neville Longbottom. Should have like all these books now.
Yeah, it's just a spin-off series.
Showing his life and his perspective of it.
Yeah. He's awesome.
I think I have a man crush on him.
It's guy love between two guys. But yeah, the Lego games have had weird ways of how they were good. The Lego Star Wars was good. Lego Indiana Jones was pretty good. Lego Batman wasn't good, in all honesty. And Lego Pirates of the Caribbean was really good.
Although one thing I can say about the Lego games is what they do is they take the main story and then they add their own like little twist to it.
Yeah.
I think was the best part. And I remember back when I had a PS2, I got Lego Star Wars 1 and 2, and I loved both of them. They were both great games.
Yeah, but I don't know if
Although
because the first 4 years of Lego Harry Potter weren't that great. Hopefully the next ones can be better.
it'll be a decent game.
It should be okay, but I don't know.
I think though, I remember that Lego Harry Potter was the first. No, Lego Harry Potter, Lego Star Wars, the original one was the first game I ever 100%ed.
Yeah, that was the first game that loads of people 100%ed. It was quite easy to 100%.
So I remember the most expensive character wasn't that expensive.
Yeah, it was quite fun. If you just play through the game, you'd have enough money to buy pretty much everyone.
I remember at the end I had like 2 million credits.
It was ridiculous, something ridiculous like that. But yeah, I think Lego games would be okay. Anything else you want to say on it?
No.
Okay, so let's move on to our last game before our big hits. And we got some good big hits. This is Need for Speed The Run.
I would say that's a big hit.
Yeah, but we got our 3 big hitters.
Yeah.
This is one of them. But either way, go on.
Okay. Everybody probably has played a Need for Speed game.
Or some other form of racing game.
Whether it be Need for Speed, whether it be Forza, whether it be Gran Turismo,
Would you?
you're bound to have played a racing game. And Need for Speed, The Run, looks amazing. I mean, I had Need for Speed Underground 2.
Phone! That was weird, it only rung once.
Yeah.
I've got my finger on the hang up button, so if it starts to call again. But yeah, Karen, back to Need for Speed The Run rant.
Okay, so I played Need for Speed Underground 2 on my PS2.
Yep.
And that is, I think, was my big epiphany into racing games. I love them. And this one is no exception. that you have a massive array of different cars you can choose. But really, I think the previous game, which was, if I'm wrong, Hot Pursuit,
Yeah, that was it.
that game also looked very good. So I'm pretty sure if it follows on, like, back from how it used to with Need Speed Underground, then it should be amazing.
I think they need to try and think something new for racing games. So try and think of a new system. I don't know.
Although I think if you want a racing game, the best one you can buy that's out more recent is Forza Motorsport 4.
Yeah, I have to agree with you on that one.
Although there's only one achievement, which I'm pretty sure will be dickish to some people. And Gloom and I had a rant about this about 2 days ago. You should not have achievements for using the Kinect if it's not a Kinect-based game.
I know, it's so shit.
You should only have a Kinect achievements for games where you have to have the Kinect. Forza Motorsport 4 is a game that's optimal. You shouldn't. There's an achievement for 10 game score, which is to do a free ride with the Kinect, and that 10 game score can limit you from getting 100% on that game because you can't.
And I'm not buying a Kinect to get some gamer score.
I'm not spending 45 to 70 pounds
For a pile of shit that you're never going to play again.
Exactly.
You're only going to play to get these shitty achievements that people put on because they're cheap bastards. I can't bother to think of their own good achievements.
I think Forza Motorsport 4 looks a great game.
Yeah.
And stuff like Top Gear in it.
Huh. But yeah, I like racing games, they're always fun. And if you like racing games, you'll like this one as you've liked every racing game before it. You know.
Now you have more of a reason to hate Forza Motorsport 4.
Yeah. I mean, the Kinect wasn't good at all.
I mean, the Kinect isn't really revolutionary. It's okay.
It's the Wii without a controller, which just makes it, which limits you. It's gonna put that out there right now.
It's not precise.
Yeah.
Like with the with the PlayStation Move, aka the PlayStation Dildo, and the Wii, it's precise. You have a button that you can press, like archery.
Exactly.
You pull it back, press A, shoot. How can you do that with a Kinect?
You can't. The Kinect, although it seems to make it, when you first look at it, you think, whoa, you can do anything. This, in fact, you can't. You can do very little.
It's not limitless, although it's not limiting.
It's quite limited, though, for what, compared to what it makes out it is, it's very limited.
But there's stuff, if you mod it, it can do some pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, but so can everything.
Yeah.
When you mod it.
I mean, if you want the same experience, buy a PS2, that's about £25 there,
Yeah.
and get the iToy.
And then you can buy loads of awesome PS2 games.
Yeah.
Like Kingdom Hearts and Final Fantasy X. And Simpsons Hit and Run.
Oh, I love that.
Don't even care, awesome. You can say, it's a Grand Theft Auto ripoff, but it's the best Grand Theft Auto ripoff ever.
I think that's one of my favourite PS2 games.
Same. I played it as a kid, I still play it now.
I remember I got most of the vehicles. I think I did 78% of the whole game.
That's not bad. I think I got every vehicle in the end, actually.
I remember my favourite was the F1 car, though.
That was a pretty cool vehicle.
I love the multiplayer in that game.
Yeah. I love just the whole game. I could go through it, just play it. It's so fun.
Totally worth it.
Yeah. I don't know why, but this reminds me of another game I really love on the GameCube, which is Prince of Persia: Sands of Time.
Never played it.
It's very good. You should play it sometime.
Oh, I might do.
If you ever get the chance to, I wouldn't say no.
Okay, if one last thing about Simpsons Hit and Run, and then we'll actually go to the next game and I'll top it.
Okay.
This. If you have, because I believe it's also on the Xbox and GameCube, if you have a Wii,
Yep.
a PS3,
Yep.
an Xbox 360, or an Xbox, PS2, or GameCube, I would recommend buying that game.
Yeah.
It's totally worth it, and it's not bound to be that much.
No, you could probably get it for like £5.
Yeah.
£5 jolly good pounds. I tell you, games are a lot cheaper in the UK than in the US. You know the game Persona 3?
Yes. your Jizworthy game.
I bought it for £6. Ethan's buying it for 25.
That's
Pre-owned.
quite-
Yeah.
And didn't you get yours brand new?
Yep. Sealed.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I know. I didn't even get. There was other good prices on there for the UK one. Although I do find it weird. Another random topic is an hour. It will be 10 seconds off an hour in actual time. Is that the PAL usually get the same box as the Japanese one, whereas the American usually get their own boxes for games. Just a little something to point out.
For people that don't know.
So anyway, we're now going to move on to the last segment of this. It's going to be our big hits. So, would you like to introduce the first big hit, Nathan?
The first big hit is Zelda Skyward Sword.
And oh my god, I've only played an hour of it, but it's amazing. It's purely amazing. I don't want to ruin anything, but basically, it's the funnest Zelda game yet. If you like Zelda, you'll like this. End of discussion.
Basically, it's if Skyward Sword and Twilight Princess had a baby.
Skyward Sword?
No, Twilight Princess and Wind Waker even.
Yeah, that's what the graphics look like. The graphics are amazing too. They look so good for the Wii. I'm sorry, you could say the Wii's limited in graphics, but Nintendo knows how to do it. And from what I've played so far, it's definitely worth the 6 years. There's some new systems in it too, which is the dash system. To run, you have this little circle stamina bar, and when it gets all the way down, Link starts huffing. I don't know why, I really like that system.
The fact that it makes him sound like he's masturbating, because
You could also make Link take a shit,
right.
but he doesn't pull down his trousers.
Because he's wearing a tunic, he can do whatever the hell he wants.
Yeah. Yeah. But he has quite a cool suit to begin with, actually, before he even gets the green suit.
There's not like the brownie.
Yeah, it looks really cool. And, yeah, you get these birds, and basically, the concept is, I kid you not, you have this bird, and people are jealous of it.
Because everybody wants a bird.
Yeah. And there's also this thing that's in your mind called the Imprisoned. It's this giant black thing with feet, and like a head. It's weird, look it up. Look an image up. Nathan?
What?
Look an image up of the Imprisoned from Skyward Sword.
Can
And
do.
everyone else watching, you should also look it up. It's a really cool thing that appears in Link's streams at the beginning. But it also keeps, although it's serious, it has the serious side of Twilight Princess, but the humour of Wind Waker.
I love Wind Waker. I thought it was a great game.
It was really funny as well. Just some of the things that happened. But it was, I don't know, this Zelda game is going to be good. I don't have masses to say about it because it only just came out. But you can buy, you have to have the Motion Plus.
Yeah.
Which is a point. But I think it was really worth it. I mean, how much is it? You could buy it with the Wii for 170.
That's pretty good. Okay, the Imprisoned, that looks very weird. It looks like a hedgehog with no arms, but it's black.
It's massive, by the way. It's like the size of towns, cities.
Well, the image is 2432 by 1824, which is pretty big for a picture.
Yeah. But, basically, you can get the game for £35 if you have Motion Plus, or £50 with the new Wii Remote. And a soundtrack.
That's totally worth it.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to buy that version.
Okay, I'm announcing the next game, you can announce the final one.
Okay, well, we're not done with this yet. I've got a little bit more to say. The Wii Remote is a golden Wii Remote with the, you know the Triforce thing with the kind of wings?
Yeah.
It's got that on it where the thing is. And it's already Motion Plus, so it makes the Motion Plus a little bit smaller. And Nathan, do you want to announce the next game then?
Okay, the next game is what I've been looking forward to since it was released. It had
Announced.
been announced in Act 3. It is Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary. Okay. Gloom doesn't... Wait, I'll let Gloom say what he wants to say about it first, and then I'll give my one.
I haven't played much of Halo, but this looks very good. I mean, I played Reach for a long time, just on Forge. But this looks like a really fun game, actually, and it's one I'd like to pick up.
Okay, my opinion on it, it's got... Well, I bought the game... Well, I pre-ordered the game, so with it I got the Master Chief Armor and Grunt Funeral Skull. which is basically anybody that's played Halo games will know the plasma grenade. Basically, it's like that. They explode like a plasma grenade when you kill them,
Nice.
which it's like Grunt Funeral but cooler.
Yeah, but it does. I think it's a very good idea for a game.
It's got a really. If you've played the original, you know the storyline is very solid.
Yeah, but it's a
very-
Halo game. They pretty much always have solid storylines.
Like, I think in a game, if it's a first-person shooter, it has to have a solid storyline.
Yeah, it needs. It really needs to support it.
Otherwise, it's out of the picture.
Yeah, I agree with that actually.
I think with a first-person shooter, it's about. I think it goes. The campaign is the main thing.
Yeah.
That's what I think for me. If the campaign is the main thing, and then you focus on the multiplayer.
Once you beat the campaign. But
Yeah.
I think it was a really dick move on Halo, or the company. Like, oh no, no more Halo games after Reach. And it's like, we've announced Halo 4. I'm like, excuse me? Oh no, we just meant no more Halo games from us. We didn't actually say that, but that's what we meant. Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that was a lie, wasn't it? Yeah, we kind of tricked you into buying Reach because you thought it'd be the last one. But meh, I thought that was a dick move.
Well, basically, anybody that doesn't know about that, well, 343, which is the company that now owns the Halo franchise, well, I'm sure you've heard of Halo Waypoint.
Yeah.
Halo Waypoint, if you haven't, is basically the Halo channel on Xbox Live where it shows things like Red vs. Blue and community events and all that stuff, and it also allows you to keep track of your data. It's all cool.
Yep.
And, well, they decided, Bungie, the company that originally made Halo, decided to give it to 343, and they are working with Certain Affinity, who made the Halo 2 map pack, and some of the maps for Halo Reach, which I believe was the Defiant map pack.
I'm not sure. So, Halo Anniversary, am I right in saying that this is the first game that 343 released from Halo?
Yes.
Yeah. Looks good.
And then in Holiday of next year, they're releasing Halo 4,
That sounds like fun.
which is going to be great, and I've also got a pre-order for that.
Yeah.
But I would like to say this: if you haven't played the original Halo, actually I have played it. That's a lie. If you've played like Halo Reach and Halo 3, and you haven't played the original Halo, and you're interested in seeing it, I wouldn't recommend buying it that much unless you really want to go in for the better graphics.
If you're a big fan
Otherwise-
of Halo, then definitely go for it.
if you're a really big fan like I am, then I'd recommend it. But if you just see how the original game was, I would recommend buying the original for about £5 on the original Xbox.
Yeah, but I think it adds enough to make it worthwhile.
Yeah, it retails for about £35. So
I see it for $29.99. That's how much it retails for.
I got mine for 35.
Oh wow, scammed.
I thought it was worth it.
Yeah, I know.
And one final thing is it uses the Halo Reach servers. So then, basically, you've got the Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary, which has its set of achievements, and then goes into Halo Reach for all the multiplayer achievements. So it's got like 2 different sets.
Okay, are you ready to move on to the final game?
Yes.
This is a game that I kind of ignored a little bit until yesterday when I played the demo, and oh my god, it's awesome. This is Sonic Generations. This game is epic. I'm sorry, I've only played the demo and I love it.
The demo was great.
It's just 2 acts. Basically, you play through one state, you play through every stage as original Sonic, who only has moves that you had in the original 3 Sonic games. The second stage as new Sonic, so you know the more 3D backgrounds and layouts of Sonic Unleashed and stuff like that.
Sonic Unleashed, Sonic Adventure 1 and 2.
Sonic Adventure was a little bit different to these though. They hadn't quite
Well, it has
established.
the Sonic Adventure 2 level city escape.
Yeah, but it doesn't. The gameplay is a little bit different from Sonic Adventure 2.
Yeah, I
It
know.
evolved a little bit, but I feel Unleashed had very good Day Sonic levels. But
Yeah.
it was let down by the crappiness of the Werehog levels.
I think Sonic should just be about speed, which is why I
Yeah,
like Sonic Generations.
it's so much
Because
fun.
basically, the good Sonic games, Sonic 1, Sonic 2, Sonic 3, Sonic Adventure, the Sonic Adventure
Sonic
series as well.
CD.
Sonic CD, yeah, I forgot about that. And then all the ones in between, Sonic Adventure 2 and Sonic Generations, were all bad.
Yeah, Colors was okay,
Colors, yeah, actually, yeah, was okay.
but it wasn't outstanding. But it
No,
was a step in the right direction.
I think if you want the best Sonic experience for now, we're just talking mainstream. We're not talking like Sonic Riders and all that, and like Sonic R. We're just talking about the mainstream side-scrolling.
Sonic R
speed
did not
games.
look fun to me.
Sonic R is fun. I played some of it.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
Anyway, carry.
But if you want a good, solid experience of Sonic, if you have an Xbox, I'd play the original. If not, get a Genesis get a Genesis emulator.
You said the emulator word.
I had to come to it eventually.
Yeah.
But I recommend buying it. It's totally worth it.
It looks like a great game. It really does, and I think the stages will stay to be as good, because a lot of the stages, they have ones from all the different Sonic games.
The one disappointment I have you played Sonic Adventure 2?
Yes.
You know the Chows?
Yeah,
I was hoping they would bring that back, because I loved that part of the game.
that was quite cool. But, you know what, it's not a big drop. If you know what I mean. It's not great. It's bad that they dropped it, but it's not a massive loss. So really, those last 3 games, The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword, Halo Reach Combat Evolved, not Halo Reach, Halo,
Combat Evolved Anniversary.
that's it, Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary, and Sonic Generations are the games that we personally recommend for this month.
Yep.
And so this is the podcast, so we'll see you guys next month where we have more to say about the Christmas games.
Exactly.
So we'll see you guys sometime after Christmas. Signing out.